I hope you all had an excellent, excellent 4th of July. I did. Celebrating my independence. One of those things is my independence from having to use a whole bunch of things to stay healthy. At 71, I'm coming up to in October. I feel like I'm ready for another decade. A good decade. And I'm curious what you're planning now that you got your independence, right? That's what we celebrated. I saw a lot of fireworks going off. And I know there's a whole bunch of midterms and all that kind of stuff coming up, politics and war. I'd like to see us become independent from wars, independent from being used for wars. Our resources, our country, our people, and most particularly our young men who are about to be sent off to war. I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see another war. Vietnam's a long time ago. We lost 40,000 plus men, not to mention all the people that died that were never mentioned, and the people that were destroyed when the rest of the ramifications of war came out over several generations, including the consequences of using glyphosate 2,4-D in the, I'd say, Agent Orange, which they denied caused my dad's cancer and all the other pilots who flew and dropped it off. I understand. The poison is to keep us, potential people who rebel against the systems being put upon everybody, peaceful as we are, refusing to pay taxes to support wars, or Israel or an army of genocidal maniacs who expect to be paid veterans benefits instead of Americans who are committing suicide one every hour for having been in American wars. That's your benefits as a veteran. Didn't you know that? That it's cheaper to have you die after a war than it is to keep you alive. If you don't know that already, you should. And denial is the best form of maintaining minimal budgets for veterans. As a Vietnam veteran, as a son of a Vietnam veteran who died of the cancer from Vietnam's effects, and watched my contemporaries die of it, and watched children like my dear sweet Trinity, who wove my hair that I just took out of braids to give it this wonderful curl. But, mind you, she suffers because of the consequences of her dad coming back after being exposed to Agent Orange, and her having been created from his genes after they'd been impacted. It's that bad. It's multi-generational. Glyphosate. RFK, why did you abandon us? I really had faith that our system was going to come around. And while we focused on vaccines, we let glyphosate go. We left 2,4-D on the ground. We left it curing nothing, creating problems. So, it's a military tool, just like 5G and other things. Don't think they won't use them against a public they don't approve of. You're that public. Darby Ledick, signing off. My unghosted identity. Otherwise, check me out, Brad Cattell, Tiny Texas Houses, and the idea of independence, self-reliance, no imports, no toxins, and youthing. Hashtag youthing on how to stay young, youthful, for many decades further than they told us when we were kids. What I'm experiencing, this wasn't possible for 70-year-olds when I was a kid. But it is possible to be healthy. Health is wealth. Y'all take care. We're under the 5-minute mark. If you want to see more, I'm selling off massive amounts of inventories to build tiny houses, bigger houses, small houses, all out of American product, all out of trees that were harvested thousands of years of growth before they even cut them down. That's the kind of thing I'm going to go ahead and now empty out of my vast warehouses so I can be freed up to go travel and share the concept of youthing and of possibly global peace. What the hell? Why not?